Right, all right. Hey, hey, Virgos, let's see what we have here. Virgo, we've got the King of Wands. The King of Wands starts us out with magic, starts us out with warm heartedness, love. We've got the Seven of Swords sideways, but this is less of a card of like lying or hiding out and trying to run away, and more a card of stalking quietly, not showing their face. But I think Virgo knows. There's somebody who's got really warm feelings that is paying attention to Virgo. And I think Virgo already knows this. That card is sideways. Virgo senses this person watching. Ace of Wands. There's something, I don't know, this almost feels like, is Virgo somebody's muse? This feels like they're inspired to do something artistic because of Virgo. They're inspired to write to Virgo. They're inspired to write because they've met Virgo. There's something here where they have great passion for Virgo. They could be a fire sign, or they're just embodying that. We do also have air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius there. Three of Cups in the reverse. Look, they're not telling Virgo this. So wait, how is it that Virgo senses this? I feel like Virgo has to pick up on this a little bit. Two of Swords in the reverse says Virgo doesn't just sense it, they know. They're not blocking this vibe. So does Virgo have like a telepathic connection to this person? Look, they're not speaking to Virgo yet. We have the High Priestess in the reverse. Yes, Virgo has a very strong telepathic connection to this individual. So they could be a King of Wands. So could be a Leo, Aries, or Sag. Does not have to be. They could also be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But there's been no sit down official communication. Let me reveal what I'm thinking. It's almost more like Virgo is just, their spidey senses are aware that this person is aware of Virgo, drawn to Virgo. Now, this is a king. A king usually would be very straightforward, but there must be a reason that the king is not coming so straightforward right now. Can we see what that reason is? Velocity of fire. There's that Knight of Wands. It seems like if he's a king, he's not going to come forward if he can't stay. So I'm thinking that that's exactly it. Like if I were to reach out to Virgo right now, I would be dipping into their life and then disappearing on them again. Well, that's not how a king operates. So I can't do that. I'm not reaching out at the moment because with the Six of Cups, I would want to be able to like consistently be a part of Virgo's world. This is somebody that I respect and admire. This is somebody I want in my life. So I need to be able to talk to them and be around them when I can actually be present in Virgo's world. So until then, I'm thinking all they can do is spy. Sovereignty of water. And feel a lot of emotions and project really nice, kind energy toward Virgo. This is our King of Cups in this deck. Let's go back over to Virgo. Virgo, I see that Virgo's coming out as a High Priestess in the reverse. So Virgo knows, right? There's no secrets that you can keep from a High Priestess, especially once they're in the reverse. Two of Wands. On Virgo's side, they kind of, they already know, I think, that, because I think that Virgo has considered, should I reach out? They hold a letter, but the Two of Wands says, no, I don't really think that I should. I think I should let someone pursue me, which I would agree. Like, let the king do what the king would normally do. Virgo's not having to stand in one spot and do nothing. I'm sure Virgo's life is very full, but I do think Virgo is pretty orderly. You know, they wear this kind of like 1940s militarized outfit. So I'm going to say that Virgo kind of likes life to move in an orderly fashion. But on the other hand, they're realizing that this isn't just my life that I'm talking about. I think Virgo's good at keeping to a schedule, doing things that only impact them. But when it comes to dealing with another person, I think Virgo is astute enough to realize, no, I have to give someone space to come toward me. So although Virgo's thought about maybe reaching out to this person, because Virgo knows that this person is out there keeping tabs on them a bit, but Virgo knows better than to reach out to them. It's more like Virgo holds a little space for them for whenever that comes around. Curiosity of air. So we have Virgo spies on them also in some way. It maybe to a lesser extent than what they seem to spy on Virgo. Tell me about their emotions for Virgo, right? We know that they're spying on Virgo. We saw that. So with them doing the spying on Virgo, what are they finding that's so inspirational? Ace of Swords, they're finding truth. Six of Swords, Virgo's helping them to move forward beyond some kind of heartbreak or hurt in their life. And Temperance, Virgo is helping this King of Wands step by step to feel more balanced in themselves. So Virgo's inspiration to them is they feel like they've met someone that they either believe in or that they recognize that Virgo has some really great attributes. Now, let me ask this. How is it that this person is spying on Virgo, being around Virgo? Is this like someone who's in Virgo's day-to-day life, but there just hasn't been a declaration of emotions? We have a Seven of Wands. This actually talks about blockages. And this person has like a gigantic tongue ring here, like around the tongue and then kind of through as well. Okay, so somebody is tongue-tied. But this is Green Man. Green Man is this, oftentimes we see it in like garden features, all over, the Celtic world, across the UK, in Italy and France. You see it in the United States as well. But Green Man is this depiction of like a man's face that has like lots of leaves sometimes instead of a beard, but it's usually like he's part man, part like garden. But it shows, this energy of like growth and change. So however Virgo knows this person, or however they interact with Virgo or are a part of Virgo's world, seems to be like they can see Virgo, but somehow they can't really connect and talk like with Virgo. So maybe it's a taboo situation for them to do that. Maybe this is, I don't know, maybe this person like works in Virgo's neighborhood. Maybe they work in gardening or landscaping. Maybe there's something here where they're like, during my workday, I can't exactly go up and try to talk to this Virgo, hit on this Virgo. Maybe I've been contracted to do a job for Virgo. Maybe our relationship is such that I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say too much to Virgo yet. Okay, but now we bring in the 5D realm. This is a little tough to nail down because it almost feels more like Virgo and this person do not have any direct contact in the world, the day-to-day actions, because of that Two of Cups. This could be that Virgo and this person sense each other's energy, but they're not actually in each other's lives on the day-to-day at all. This could all be, maybe they've met Virgo once in the real world, didn't get a chance to talk too much to Virgo, couldn't for whatever reason, but then they have stayed connected to Virgo in the 5D realm, maybe the energetic world, maybe the electronic world. When we talk about spying, and keep in mind, Virgo's doing it to them too. I'm guessing this will be social media, right? It's got to be. It just feels like two people know of each other's existence. So they have seen each other, witnessed each other, maybe across a crowded room, maybe at a function, maybe through a job scenario, but then didn't get a chance to actually talk. But they both became very aware of one another. That's what I would say. Virgo and this person do not have a 3D interaction on the day-to-day, but they are aware of each other's existence. And then from there, they've both continued to be impacted by each other, mostly because they pay attention to each other. Now we can see why. This is Virgo's Two of Cups. I think this is only going to, exist in the ether for so long before these two will be able to actually see each other eyeball to eyeball. We have a Five of Cups in the reverse. Definitely Virgo and this person spend a lot of time staring at each other's pictures. Whomever this is a very specific message. I'm willing to bet they spend a lot more time spying on the Virgo. They spend a lot more time because Virgo's been helping them to heal somehow. There's something about Virgo's inspirational to them. Virgo is somebody that they pay attention to, and Virgo's been giving them support just as they are healing from something, as they're moving forward from something. It's because they know that there's an element of truth here. They don't have to doubt that there's this bond that they have to Virgo, even though I know this sounds strange because it's not like they've been interacting with Virgo on a day-to-day. It very much feels like falling for someone at a distance, that you know more about them than you know because you've been interacting with them. This looking at each other, those big old eyes, instead of feeling lonely for each other, this is actually happy. This is like, I think Virgo gets a nice little warm glow when Virgo takes a look at them, and vice versa. I feel like this is two people who are glad to know that the other one exists, and Virgo senses that this person keeps tabs on them, and it's a two-way street. Do they know that Virgo keeps an eye on them? Because of that Two of Cups, my guess would be yes, but the Star, I don't know, because this says Virgo's kind of remote, but Virgo, for them, Virgo is a star. I don't know what that means. Maybe they're impressed by Virgo, but there's also this healing energy that exudes off of Virgo. And that could be one of Virgo's personal, like, I'll say, powers, is that they exude a sense of healing energy outward. Maybe Virgo is a healer. Maybe they work in a healing industry. Maybe they, whatever, teach or give lectures or something about, natural medicines or, conventional medicines. It could be many things. Maybe Virgo's an astrologer. We do have the stars there, but there's something here about, they kind of, if anything, I would say that they may think Virgo's very intuitive. So Virgo may know about them, but they still say Virgo's very remote, very far away from them. Nine of Swords. This actually, that's the one area that gives them concern. Is Virgo alone? They don't know. They can't picture somebody sitting in the comfy chair in the evenings, holding hands, watching TV with Virgo. They can't quite picture it. When they start to, it's like in their brain, they scribble out somebody's face. They're hoping that there's not somebody else in Virgo's world, but they do stress out because they don't really know, is Virgo single or not? I hope there's nobody. I'm hearing that song, Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under? But in this case, they're like, who else sits in Virgo's house? Who else has, like an intimate relationship with Virgo? But they can't quite fathom anybody being Virgo's person right now. So they think Virgo's single. Their guides kind of keep telling them, don't even go down that road and start stressing out over that. Instead, do what you need to do to complete whatever healing this is. Get your balance. And then when you can, King of Wands, move toward Virgo. Go talk to them when you no longer would be in Virgo's world and then just as swiftly have to exit again. So there's something about timing. Maybe they travel for work, or maybe they, are not in a place where they're super stable at the moment. So they're like, I can't start something with Virgo if I can't be around. So I have to wait until like some chapter. I just had like a pinch in the right side of the back of my neck. I have to wait until, until everything settles down in my own life. Eight of Pentacles and the Moon. There is this element of they're still working, but they're getting really close to completing what they have to. I keep feeling like there's something to do with work, maybe for both of them. Because I would say this is Virgo sitting here, by the way, in the comfy chair, but they are working on something, earning their money. Virgo may have something that Virgo needs to do too. If Virgo needs to write something, there's a lot of papers here. If Virgo has to file paperwork, do paperwork, take care of things, mail off, whatever, bills, take care of stuff. That's what they're doing right now also. And it's so crazy because they got their little moon goggles on. To me, it says, although the King of Wands thinks that it's them who can't come toward Virgo right now, what they may not realize is Virgo has one or two things to accomplish right now before they would be footloose and fancy free to perhaps be in a relationship with the King also. So it could be two people, both of them equally, that have a little something to attend to in their lives right now before union. I would say prep, do the stuff, get the stuff off of their plates that they absolutely have to take care of, because We've seen this as a Two of Cups and as a Six of Cups. We've seen this as two people that are on each other's radar, and it's imminent that they will end up together. But right now, they both have some things that they need to attend to. Whatever work is for them, wrap up those loose ends, file the paperwork, do the things that they have to do, put their monies in order, because these two have, it's going to be very different when they come into union. And I definitely see that that's where this storyline is headed. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye, Virgos.